Imagine being part of the most powerful army in the world, only to be led into a trap that would wipe out your entire force. In 9 AD, 3 Roman legions under the command of Publius Quinctilius Varus marched confidently through Germania. Little did they know they were walking straight into an ambush that would become one of the greatest defeats in Roman history. This is the story of the Battle of Teutoburg Forest, where over 20,000 Roman soldiers met a tragic and brutal end. In 9 AD, 3 Roman legions, under the command of Publius Quinctilius Varus, marched confidently through Germania. Little did they know, they were walking straight into an ambush that would become one of the greatest defeats in Roman history. This is the story of the Battle of Teutoburg Forest, where over 20,000 Roman soldiers met a tragic and brutal end. At the time, the Roman Empire was expanding its borders deep into Germanic territory, seeking to impose Roman rule on the local tribes. Emperor Augustus trusted General Varus to govern these lands and turn the Germanic people into loyal subjects of Rome. However, unknown to Varus, a Germanic chieftain named Arminius had other plans. Arminius had been trained as a Roman soldier serving in the Roman army, which gave him intimate knowledge of their tactics and weaknesses. This would prove to be crucial in orchestrating Rome's downfall. As the Roman legions moved deeper into Germania, they found themselves in treacherous terrain, dense forests, uneven ground, and unfamiliar surroundings. The weather worsened, with heavy rains turning the ground into mud and limiting visibility. The legions, typically organized and disciplined, found themselves stretched out and struggling to maintain formation. Arminius saw his opportunity. Pretending to be an ally of Rome, he convinced Varus to follow a route through the Teutoburg Forest, assuring him it was the safest path. But Arminius was secretly uniting the scattered Germanic tribes, preparing them to launch a devastating ambush. Without warning, Arminius and his forces attacked. The Romans, caught off guard and in disarray, were unable to defend themselves effectively. Arrows rained down from the trees, and fierce Germanic warriors charged at the Romans, using their knowledge of the land to overwhelm the heavily armored soldiers. The Roman legions were completely unprepared for the guerrilla-style tactics of the Germanic tribes. They tried to regroup, but the narrow forest paths and relentless ambushes made it impossible. Over the course of several days, the Romans were slaughtered in waves, with many dying of their wounds or being captured and executed. The defeat was catastrophic. Varus, realizing the battle was lost, committed suicide to avoid capture. The remaining Roman soldiers were hunted down, and the survivors were either enslaved or executed. In total, 3 entire Roman legions were wiped out. Around 20,000 soldiers, a staggering loss that sent shockwaves through the Roman Empire. When news of the defeat reached Rome, it was said that Emperor Augustus was so devastated he would wander his palace shouting, "Varus, give me back my legions." The psychological impact of this defeat was profound. Rome had never experienced such a complete and humiliating loss in recent memory, and the empire was forced to rethink its expansionist policies. The Rhine River became the boundary of the Roman Empire, and they never again attempted to conquer the lands east of it. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest remains one of the most significant defeats in Roman history. It was a turning point that stopped Roman expansion into Germania and showcased how even the mightiest empire could fall prey to deception and the unpredictability of guerrilla warfare. Arminius, once a Roman ally, became a hero to the Germanic tribes, while the Roman legions never fully recovered from the loss. The lessons of Teutoburg resonate even today, reminding us how overconfidence, unfamiliar terrain, and betrayal can lead to devastating consequences, no matter the strength of the army. This battle changed the course of Roman history forever, a reminder that no empire, no matter how powerful, is invincible.